you.
Yeah, so here we are for the interview you were waiting for with the one and only. Okay, anyone who knows me knows how eloquent I can get, and I'm gonna get as eloquent as possible for my dear friend Anu.
We'll see.
So we are
Hi,
here
Taneja.
with the beautiful, the scintillating, the one and only one, the glamorous.
Too many
Too many adjectives. I'm getting too eloquent. But no, I truly mean definitely all those words because, as you know, Anu has been amazing, and it's. This is an interview I was actually personally looking forward to a lot, and can't wait to dig deeper into understanding who you are, where you've come from. Though we've been talking a lot, but I know always an interview is something unique, something that you haven't shared before comes up. So
yeah, not a lot of people know me.
Started, right? Okay. So first and foremost, your introduction. Let's start with. I mean, people know already, but a little bit from you. Let's hear from you.
Sure. So, hi everyone who's watching us. Welcome to the Diwali Inspired Showcase event. I'm being the host. Oh, I shouldn't be. Okay, but
You switched spots today, by the way. Just a reminder.
We switched the chairs as well. That's why we changed. So, okay. So, I'm Anu. If you know me, you know me. If you don't know me, I am a makeup artist. I have just moved to Canada last year. It's just been just a little more than a year now, and we moved from Japan. We were in Japan for about 10 years, and before that we were on and off in all over Asia basically. So we've stayed in Singapore as well. That's where my makeup journey started. It's back in 2014 when we moved to Singapore, and I enrolled myself into Makeup Forever's Academy for their beauty and fashion, the course that they had, and then I also did their airbrush makeup. Wow. So it was so good, and the principal was so impressed with me that they nominated my name. They referred my name to be an intern in the Universal Studios Singapore.
Wow!
For the Halloween, they have Halloween. It's a proper theme park.
Mm-hmm.
So in that
Universal
theme park,
Studios,
exactly,
right?
so
As big as it can get for Halloween.
So in the Universal Studios Singapore's Scare House, they interned me and they taught me the 3D makeup and the special effects makeup.
Wow.
I know all the prosthetics and the fake blood and the zombie makeup. So if anybody is interested, do hit me up, and I would make you ugly as well. It's not about just the prettiness.
It's whatever you want to be, right?
Whatever you want to be. I cater to all kinds of clients. So after I did my internship and I was leading the Scare House, it was called Jack's 3D Dementia. It was a clown house.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was the glow in the dark makeup. So that kind of makeup is really different from regular makeup. Yeah. It would look like regular makeup, but the application will show only in the UV light. So if you are doing a patchy job or a shabby job, it would show.
It will show.
It will show.
You really have to be good
exactly,
at it.
Exactly. So, but when we were doing makeup, we were not doing it under UV lights. We were doing it under natural lights. And the result would only show in the UV light. So that was a real test of, your skill and your expertise.
Absolutely.
So I think I did something good, because the very next year, the head of Universal Studios Singapore called me up and she hired me as a trainer.
Wow.
Yeah.
That needs a round of applause.
Exactly. So in just 1 year, I was hired as a trainer.
I'm not surprised.
So people who actually taught me the previous year, I was their colleague the next year. So it was kind of funny and a really good experience. It's good to write on my resume. So
Absolutely.
there you go.
Singapore Universal Studios, right? Like as good as
it can
it's
get.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
trained by the experts, themselves. So it was really something. And then we moved back to Japan, and there not to get into the personal details, I was pregnant when I moved, so I did take a few months off.
To get into it's okay. I mean, we're all, if you're comfortable with it.
Yeah, so I was pregnant with my second child at the time when we moved back to Japan. I was 7 months pregnant, so I did take a few months off. Even in that off, I was actually working as a kindergarten teacher.
I know about that.
So yeah,
and we'll get to that. The multiple hats we wear.
Yeah, so that's something not everybody knows, that I've actually worked as an educator as well.
And that too was an interesting story. How the first day. By the way, Anu is a major in English literature.
Yes, that's true.
And then she has also done her MBA
Yep,
in
in
HR.
HR.
So the multiple hats we wear. I often like to bring that up in these interviews
Yeah.
because listen, English, HR, makeup, and a host of a show. So that's many hats, and it just goes to show how multi-talented our guests are, and definitely our host is. So tell us about that little story of how you started teaching.
So like I was saying, I was 7 months pregnant when we moved back from Singapore to Japan, and the very first day I took my son back to the school he was going to. It was an Indian international school in Tokyo. I went for his admission, and the principal ended up hiring me as the kindergarten teacher, and it was not the first time she had hired me. She had hired me previously as well, like 2.5 years ago, as in from Japan we moved to Singapore and we moved back. So I was already working with her before I before I left. So she hired me back the very first day I met her. So that also says something about my interpersonal skills and my
100%. And the other day I was talking to Anu and I asked her, I don't know what it was. I was like, would you be able to do this?
Day, I know.
And then before I completed my sentence, because by then I had interacted with her enough to know her well, and I'm like, Anu, put you into anything and you'll do a good job of it. She is honestly a perfect combination and of it sounds a cliche, but honestly, beauty and brains, because I've worked with her closely now and I know how smart and intelligent also she is. And that's not to really, just say it for the sake of interview, but for this interview, but I really mean it. And you deserve it. And so let's talk a little bit. So that's the background, right? As I mentioned. One thing I do want to mention that I think you were very good at art or design.
Yeah.
If you see her strokes on her reels on Instagram, and we'll share it, that's something you do not want to miss. Oh my God, her hand is so steady for someone like me who's design challenged. My hand would be so shaky even as a school student, and you are like zoom, you go, and she just gets the perfect stroke. I think that's where your design and your art skills come from.
I think so, because I've always painted. I've been painting since I was young, and I've been into oil painting, not even acrylic, because that's easy. I was into oil painting. That would take days and days to dry for the next coat to go on. So I have that patience in me since beginning, so I do that. And when I moved to Singapore, I did all the things I always wanted to do. So even before I did makeup course, I actually did a short course in oil painting from NAFA. That's the Nanyang Fine Arts Academy. So I've done it, the right way from the right places. So I think that helps a lot, because there they taught me the gradation and how lights and the darks work, and those things are really important even in the Halloween makeup or any creative makeup. It's body painting. It needs to, a person's face is not flat, it's not 2D, it's 3D, it's three-dimensional. So that stroke needs to be 3D as well.
It does, and I see it's a combination of science and art. It is, right?
There's a lot of
you
lights
got to
and
understand
darks.
the
You need to know. You need to. Not everybody can do it. I always say that not everybody with makeup and brush is a makeup artist. You cannot call yourself a makeup artist just by having a brush in your hand.
You said it. You absolutely hit it on the nail. Like, come on, I can dab my foundation as much as I want on my face and say I'm done, I'm made up. But that is not it.
The result would never be
not
the same.
And that's a good segue into, tell us a little bit about, these shows are primarily about Diwali, right? And definitely, as I said in my intro yesterday, it's about looking good, feeling good. She's a pro at both, as you've seen in the interviews. And so tell us, what do you have for Diwali special?
So I was feeling a little generous. So I just 5 minutes ago, I came up with this idea that I would give a $50 off coupon to anybody who's watching it right now and uses this code. Listen carefully. The code is Diwali50. So anybody who watches this show and books me today, the deadline is today. If you book me today for a makeup session with me till Diwali, which is 4th of November, you would get $50 off.
This is a steal deal.
Yeah.
Steal deal. And I am so glad we've not excluded admins from the...
You're
We
included
can-
too.
I'm included. I won't be eligible for prizes. Yes,
Yeah.
that's true.
Anybody, and it's
But I
not
can
just
take the deals.
yeah, it's for everybody. So it's not limited to one person. Anybody who wants it gets this deal for today. If you book me today, you get this deal. And I am not gonna write this code anywhere down. So only if you watch us and you watch this recorded version as well today and book me, you get this.
Absolutely. So share this video, share the group, share with your friends, and if you want them to get this deal as well, book Anu. She gets really booked up fast. Plus,
Yep.
this Halloween and Diwali are very close by.
Very
I know
close,
she's
yeah,
busy with
yeah,
Halloween
yeah,
as well.
yeah.
So make the most. Take advantage of this deal. I'm telling you,
Mm-hmm.
you are not going to regret. It
Yeah.
is a steal deal, and we are very, very fortunate.
The only problem could be I might run out of slots.
There you go. There you go. And that's why today's the deadline.
Today's the
Share this
deadline.
interview is with as many friends as you want,
Yeah.
and make the most of
That's a bonus thing that I'm giving. There's another giveaway which I will show you shortly.
it. Let's do it. You know,
Okay.
let's do that because, as you know, all of our guests have been very kind and generous and have given away a little something to all of you who are joining, and we'll make a purchase. So here's our new
So
gift.
this is my giveaway, which is getting
Wow.
added to the big giveaway that's gonna happen in the end. You can see the picture would be posted. So it has my beauty blender in it, a beautiful velvet mask, perfect for the festive season, by the way. There is a powder puff, which is again my brand, and a lip scrub by Naked Cosmetics. So anybody can use it. I didn't want to put too makeup related, so this is something which anybody can use these things. So
That is such a beautiful gift, and you will be eligible to win this gift if you book the session with Anu
Yeah.
or you purchase any products from any of our guests that are going live and making this Diwali even more beautiful, even more festive, and all about that wonderful celebration. So thank you for that generous gift.
You're
Thank you for the
welcome.
generous offer. And this is just the beginning. We definitely want to keep doing
and more things. yeah.
more and more, and in terms of where we're going with this, we have some really exciting plans coming up. Now that we're a team, we're a wonderful team. We'll plan some really cool shows that are coming up. Stay tuned.